Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to our Kingdom of Fear, Kingdom of Power course. This is the first time that we are offering it online, so in that sense, it's a little bit groundbreaking. But the original course itself was also a little bit groundbreaking in the sense that we co opted with so many different teachers from many different countries around the world. And so you're about to go through and see kind of firsthand what we experienced live and in class. Online classes can be a little bit different for some people. They feel a bit impersonal, and maybe even the technology side of it is intimidating to some people. But I'm here to help you through anything that I can help you with regarding that. A couple of things I'd like for you to think about doing. First thing is update your profile. Go ahead and put in your phone number to your profile, update your profile picture. That way, when you're having discussions or you're chiming in on something online, people will put a face with the name, and also this will help them connect with you outside the class. Now, what outside the class might we be talking about since this is an online class? For those who are taking this class in Houston, I want to make you aware that there are two options you can take. So as we get into discussions, these have one of two ways that you can do this. You can do the discussion as part of a discussion group online in a forum. So if you're comfortable just writing out your thoughts and you have time to sit at a computer, you might want to take this option. Option B, though, would be to meet with a group of other fellow students in the class and to do the discussion live. So even though the class is not live, there's still a sense in which there's a component of it that is being offered live. And so you can just let me know, do you want to be in the virtual online class or do you want to be in the live online class? And I'll put you in each of those groups accordingly. Now, throughout this semester, there have been a number of outings. There's 4 outings that you're going to go on as a group. And I do highly, highly recommend / instruct you to do this as a group. It doesn't have to be your entire group, but the main thing is don't do these alone. So we want to understand how do we walk in the victory that Christ has already won through the cross, and to not live in fear and to not live in bondage to the spirit world, to the point where we can actually take God's kingdom places. On the other hand, we also don't want to be foolish, and we don't want to pretend like nothing could ever happen. And so when you do the outings, please at least get 1 or 2 other people that's from your discussion group, whether you're doing this in the virtual class or the live class. Please get a couple people from your group to go ahead and do that assignment with you. Now, at the end of each lecture, there are going to be discussion questions posted. And so if your group is one of the live groups where you're going to watch online and then you're going to discuss together and do the outings together, I would recommend just picking a good day each week that y'all can do this together. Maybe it's on a Sunday, maybe it's a weekend, weeknight, but just pick a time that works good with everybody in your group, and then just go ahead and make that a consistent practice. So for the next 10 weeks, we're going to be watching a couple of videos each week. Then there will be some discussion questions, and for 4 of the 10 weeks, there will be an outing to somewhere in our city. Now, if you're taking this class truly online and you're not in the Houston area, I would recommend trying to find comparable places in your city to the kinds of places that we are visiting. And so I think there's a way of incorporating that element as well. There will also be a couple of reading items, not every single week, but there are some articles and some supplementary material here and there. Finally, I really want to encourage you as you get into the discussions, the material, the outings, all of this. This should be a time where you are going deeper in your walk with God. This shouldn't just be something that you're approaching as an idol or IDLE, not IDOL. Don't approach it as an idol, DOL either, but this shouldn't be something that's just an idle endeavor that you're casually walking into just for its intellectual value. This really matters. If you're here at our church in Houston, we have people from around the world who are bringing with their worldview, even their Christian worldview sometimes, this kind of animistic touch to it. But even in our own city, apart from our church, there's so many outposts of animism here in the city. Even amongst, for lack of a better term, white suburbanites. Animism is on the rise through a number of New Age practices. And so we're going to learn about all of this. It's important for us to be aware of what are these things in our city, in our lives, possibly even in some of your lives, I don't know. But to be aware of them and then to understand how do we address this biblically? How do we engage these people's worldview in a way that makes sense to them? And so I hope that all of this is what you will gain by taking this course online. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, hearing your responses, and interacting with you some throughout the course of this semester.